Join me as I dive into the scariest exorcism story you've never heard of and see if I can handle the chills that come with it. Exorcism, a word often associated with Hollywood horror movies and possession stories that send chills down our spines. But what if I told you that there's a real-life exorcism story that's so terrifying, it'll make you question everything you thought you knew about the supernatural? The individuals involved in this exorcism were faced with a central challenge. How do you confront an evil force that's beyond human understanding? The fear and confusion were palpable as they delved deeper into the mystery, and what they uncovered would change them forever. The lines between reality and the supernatural were blurred, and the stakes were higher than they ever could have imagined. The possession was real, and it was spreading fast. As the group struggled to make sense of the events unfolding before their eyes, they couldn't help but wonder, were they in over their heads? The entity was getting stronger by the day, and it seemed to have a malevolent presence that could not be ignored. The signs of possession were undeniable, and the group knew they needed to act fast. But what do you do when you're faced with an enemy that's ancient, powerful, and seemingly unstoppable? The group's fear turned to desperation as they scrambled to find a solution. And it was then that they realized the true horror of their situation. They might not make it out alive. The backstory of the case was complex and shrouded in mystery, but one thing was clear. The entity was drawn to a specific individual, and it would stop at nothing to claim their soul. The lead up to the exorcism was fraught with tension and uncertainty, as the group navigated a web of secrets and lies that threatened to destroy them from the inside out. By the time the exorcism began, the stakes were higher than ever, and the group knew they were in for the fight of their lives. The moment of truth arrived, and the exorcism was underway. The air was thick with tension as the group confronted the entity head-on, and what happened next will leave you breathless. The demon let out a blood-curdling scream that sent chills down the spines of everyone in the room. The individual being possessed began to convulse violently, and the language that came out of their mouth was not of this world. The group was frozen in terror as they witnessed something that no human should ever have to see. It was as if they had unleashed a portal to hell, and now they had to find a way to close it before it was too late. In the end, the exorcism was a success, but not without its costs. The group was left to pick up the pieces of their shattered lives, and the questions that lingered would haunt them for years to come. The experience had changed them, leaving an indelible mark on their souls. And as for the entity, it was banished back to the depths of hell, but the memory of its malevolent presence would stay with them forever. That's the story of the scariest exorcism you've never heard of, folks. What do you think? Can you believe what happened? Share your thoughts in the comments below. And if you're new here, consider subscribing for more paranormal content that'll send chills down your spine.